Hey, what's up? What's up? It's the Two Dudes Podcast. I'm Rick. That's Kevin. We got another one for you. Episode number 42. And a lot of people, if you know where I'm coming from with this 42, today we going to answer the questions to the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. What's good, Kev?
Shit, nothing much. Just got in from the gig about say about 20 minutes ago. So I'm in cruise control the rest of the day.
So you are entering week number 2, huh?
Yes, sir.
How's everything going up there?
Man. Uh it's cool. A little too laid back for me. There's no structure in the training. So this is gonna be kind of a clusterfuck in a lot of ways. Gotta get it as I can. But the problem is, from being in the the CRO world, she comes and says we're doing a study just for finance reasons. That
Yeah.
tells me money tight. You trying to make that bottom line a little better. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And by me being a temp, I'm expendable. So that lets me know that this other CRO that BG was talking about that advertised that they was hiring,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that app to fuck with them and see what happens because theirs was straight to hire with no temp going on. Only thing about it, I don't feel it is the position was remote, it wasn't here. So it's like I'd be the same position I was at the Q, but I would be doing it for another city for that gig or whatever.
Hey, I
So
understand.
I'm gonna have to do that app, roll the dice, and see what happens because I don't like to see hear that we doing things because of financials, and I just got added. You know what I'm
Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Protect yourself at all times.
saying? Yeah, I could be jumping the gun, but that's how I feel.
All right. So, what's going on with the your fitness journey? How's that been going?
Uh, I'm trying to get like you say, more acclimated, more comfortable to walk instead of just laying around. The knees aren't hurting as much. I need to push it more. My thing is right now is man, being out the game for so long, and then when I was in the game, I was working from home more than I was in the office. You learning how much time you don't have when you get off. So I realized today I was like, I need to write down what I need to do when I get home to get everything done. So like last night, got off, took the girls to their mom's, DoorDash something to eat. I didn't feel like cooking. And next thing I know, I'm on the couch sleep at 8. Woke up at 9 and was like, shit, I'm about to go get back in the bed, go get in the bed and call it a night. But I'm like, woke up this morning was like, it was shit I needed to do that I didn't get done. So it's just like when you come in the door, you just gotta hit it, just boom, 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 boom. Then hopefully by like 6:37, you can just chill, watch TV, eat, zone out. Then if you go to sleep, everything's been done. I gotta get
Okay.
back to a. I've been on so long, I forgot how to be regimented, so I got to get back to that.
So now you can't make fun of me when I tell you I'm in the bed sometime after 9:30.
Uh,
And
no,
remember, I'm still up at 3:45.
I cannot at all. I salute you for doing it.
Now I will say this though. I have not ran in almost 2 weeks.
Your body
Um,
probably needed that rest.
yeah, yeah. After you've been doing it so long, you can tell when you need a break.
Yeah.
And I could have pushed it, but I don't want to risk injury because, yeah, I know last year was a really jacked up year because of COVID. We didn't have very many races. This is going to
Mm-hmm.
be the year where everything's off and jumping again. So I can't afford to get behind.
Yeah, COVID messed up my trip to Arrowhead.
That's all right. You didn't miss nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I'm sorry. What I mean by that is you'll get to go to Arrowhead for free later on this
That's,
summer
that's what I'm saying.
At the Kansas
That's
City
what I'm
Run.
talking about.
Hey, and on this one, you get to go in the locker room and see, where Andy Reid gets in their ass at halftime and all that, and they pull out them W's. But yeah, other than me not running, I'm still gotta get back into hitting them weights and everything. And the older we get, the harder it is to get in shape and stay in shape. So we already up against it. We got a mountain to climb, but it's
That's
not like we
true.
can't do it because it's
Very
been
true.
done. All right, so start with this slick shit. All right, remember when it was just Netflix and Amazon Prime, and then we might have got Hulu after that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's about 100 and something, but I'm just gonna name 30. HBO Max, AMC, Apple TV, Stage, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, CBS All Access, YouTube, Peacock, BET Plus, DC Universe, Quibi, Sling, Acorn, BritBox, Patania, Epix, Showtime, Sundance, The History Vault, Crackle, Pluto, Tubi, CW Seed, IMDb TV, Voodoo. Man, I'm sick just naming them. And that's
I didn't,
less than one third of them.
I
It's
didn't know
too many
IMDb
streaming
had their
services out
own.
here.
I know IMDb had their own. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
they do. IMDb TV. God, say that 10 times real fast.
Did that just start?
No, it's been around for a minute. But
No.
the problem is, a lot of these streaming services are just so damn tiny, you either don't know about them because they got to have a real breakout hit or something in order for you to catch on to them. And the reason why I'm bringing all these streaming services up, yeah, we know it's the way of the world. It's the future. It's cable was killed by satellite, and it looks like streaming is gonna kill satellite. So Sony now has their own streaming channel.
Smart. And
There's
actually,
a
I'll
catch though.
say, me personally, I don't think satellite killed cable. Satellite leveled the field. And what's happening now is, like, we've seen it to where call your local provider. They're not about to be a part of this. They contract expire on this day. And then what's happening is ESPN kind of started this. When ABC bought ESPN for a ludicrous amount of money, ESPN had, the bring struggle times infinity behind it. So therefore, if you're the NFL, oh, well, you got what? Fox is hollering at you for Monday Night Football. They offering you 100 mil for 3 years. Man, I'm gonna give you 300 mil for 3 years. They was killing the competition with these ludicrous ass deals. Then on the back end, hey, uh, Spectrum, y'all want our package? This is what we charging to be a part of y'all shit. Oh, okay, we'll take you. Oh shit, people ain't, they not buying, they don't know. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta come back to the table. What we're gonna do is we're gonna offer ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPN Classic with basic cable. But when they go to a higher package, then we'll include all the other ESPNs and they get a sports package. That's the only way we can afford this contract with y'all. Okay, cool. That sports package ain't selling. Then you gotta go somewhere else, do the same thing, and it's somewhat selling and it's not, to where you realize I'm barely breaking even or barely making anything. Fuck it. Let me create ESPN Plus where I can stream all my own content. Then you look, everybody else start doing their own streaming because they realizing people's on their laptops and their tablets to where, yeah, you get, like, I got a 55-inch on my wall. You get the big screens and everything, the flat screens, but you're watching it for Super Bowl, NBA Finals, MLB, Emmys, Grammys, certain things you're watching it for, you're not consistently watching. My homie Jeff, excuse me, just said last week on Facebook, house is empty. I'm the only one here. House is asleep. I'm the only one here. I got a TV in every fucking room, but I'm sitting there watching TV on my iPad. Glad my wife gave me one for Christmas. I've been
And
to this nigga's house. House is bad than a motherfucker. They got all kind of flat screens and shit.
I'm
But
not
he
gonna lie
doesn't
to you.
watch TV
I've watched more on
on.
my phone this week than I have on my TV.
So that's where the problem's coming. Everything is now on the go now, to where, like, we've even made The laptop obsolete in some regards because it's too
Yes.
clunky. Too. But what happens now? Oh, take the laptop, fold it like this. Now you got a tablet. Oh, you reborn the laptop. Or like I just finally broke down, got a laptop.
But see,
What happens?
that's where I'm getting ready to go with this. What you just
Le-
said about the laptop. Remember I
Lenovo.
said Sony has
Uh-huh.
a service now, streaming service?
Mm-hmm.
Not only do they want to get into the streaming game, they're pushing physical media out the window. Because you know all these streaming services, some of them say, all right, now you can get this movie or that TV show in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't, up until now, it hasn't been true 4K because some internet service providers can't stream at that high of refresh rate.
Mm-hmm.
Sony says, hey, look out, we can. Here it is, true 4K. But the problem is this. Right now, there's two things going against Sony. Right now, you have to have a Sony Bravia TV in order to get their streaming channel.
I can see that.
And once they, right now for those people, and once they release it to everybody else, you only got access to Sony movies.
But here's the thing though. We're so brand loyal, people are gonna buy that TV. I used to be Sony brand loyal until maybe 2, 3 years ago.
Bro, you preaching to the choir. Remember I told you I got that
Yeah,
TV
your
last
brand
year.
Sony.
I
Yeah.
should have got a Sony, but I said, for
I'm
3 times the
now
price?
brand wise, I'm Samsung loyal now to where next TV I buy gonna be a Samsung because of my phone. I'm always probably gonna have a Samsung phone where I can control it from my phone, send what's on my phone to it, to where it's gonna be like I'm looking at my phone. So it's just we're so brand loyal. It's insane. I don't like when they say black dollars don't do nothing. Black dollars is brand loyal. Look what brand
Yeah.
they're buying, and you'll see a consistency of how that money's being spent. So what else wrong that Sony did is actually smart by Sony because that TV wasn't selling to begin with. That TV's go sell now.
That's because that TV's so damn high.
But as they know, it's high because of the quality. They've enhanced the quality that much more. And motherfuckers will go fuck with that TV because of that. And that's just it's crazy. It's hey, bravo to Sony on that one. Them motherfuckers came in and swung hard and they about to knock one out of the ballpark.
Now
And
they
what I
they
like
they
about
in
it,
the streaming game. My congrats to them, but I don't think that they're gonna be able to push physical media out of the window. There's too many of us that still want our physical media.
that's the thing. So many things are intangible, so they're not gonna go anywhere. It's the with you being new, you gotta have a product that's beyond dispute. And that doesn't happen all the time. Just look when the mini disc player came out. That wasn't beyond dispute, so therefore, as quick as it came, it went. It couldn't
Right.
take away the CD player because it's like, why get a mini disc? And I can just have a why go through that hassle? It's like when they came out with the blank CD that was unlimited. If I want something unlimited, I'll just go buy a tape that's 120, 200 minutes or whatever. You know that
Yeah.
I could, but who's doing that? So the CD was hard to get rid of until the MP3 player came and more gigs, more and more, everything. That's when you seen the CDs start going down. And then the streaming service, oh well shit, if y'all want it like that, let me let you stream it. I was to us, and one thing about streaming,
Well, you do notice that they don't sell too many MP3 players anymore because you can get that
exactly.
on your phone.
And that's another thing. The smartphone killed the MP3 player because now it's like if I'm carrying this for music, but at the same time I can upload this app or I can put music on my phone. Why am I still carrying this? And that's why my
Bro, let me tell you how cold it is in technology. All right, Garmin Forerunner 235. This is the watch that I've used for the last several years to
for the
run.
regular people, that's an expensive ass watch. Continue.
It's only half of what the one I wanted. This was like 400. The $700 model, you can put your music on the phone. I mean, on the watch. You don't need to even carry your phone.
Yeah,
You got
my
access to
friend,
Spotify and all that.
My friend Erica has that one. She said she knew some people when she called a deal, but still, even the one she got, whoa, she wants me to get one. I want one for this whole workout and shit, but I'm just like, I struggle to spend money. Even though I deserve and I can, I struggle to spend money. Like that laptop I bought, $600 I spent Saturday. But the motherfucker's $800 regular. I paid, it was like 540 and $60 worth of taxes. I was like, God damn.
Shit,
I
I need you to tell me your secret because I struggle to save money.
bro, I just even my thing is, and I treat shit like shoots and ladders. When we worked at the Q, whenever I took vacation, it was always calculated. Whenever I took vacation with Social Security, because I hate to spend. So say I took like 3 days off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do when I was with Social Security, I could do credit time. So say I'm taking 24 hours off. I'm gonna do easily probably 15, 16 hours of credit, cover those 2 days. The next day, that 8 hours, I'm not gonna worry about that because my vacation for the month is coming in and I get X amount of vacation per check. So when that check drop, that replaces what I just spent. So I never go down. I stay up. Why you think when they let me go and everything, I got that last check. That check was over 4,500 before they did them bullshit taxes. I had over 160 hours of vacation time. Nigga, I was sitting on vacation like a motherfucking mama bird on her motherfucking little, keeping her birds warm for no fucking reason. And last year I was hardly at work because my mental wasn't there. Why? Because I had another 120 hours of sick time. I was just sitting stockpiling just cuz. No fucking reason, just cuz. When we was at the Q, when I left there, I had about 90 hours of vacation time just cuz. I went to the negative, I think, sick time wise, so where they took some out of that, and I got one more check. And I'm supposed to get another check, a full check. But it's like, once we did everything, it came out to where we didn't owe you anything. I love that priceless bullshit ass
That's
line.
magic, isn't it?
Yeah. But the problem is, before that motherfucker, they had sent him a check for five G's, wasn't supposed to. They called him, and he was like, nah, I never got it. And like Kelly King said, it's their mistake. Can I expect him to send back money? Fuck nah. And he said, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I never got it. Click. Ain't shit they can do about it. Unless you really want to take him to court and subpoena this, that, and the third. And by then, you just spend more money than you sent them. So you just
Yep.
got to be like, oh, got to write that off.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
but it's
yeah,
just, it's one of the things to where I saw the laptop 2 weeks prior. I went and looked at it, talked to little bro about it. He bullshitted, didn't. He was on some. I learned I can't fuck with him no more because he be on bullshit. Gonna tell me, oh, I look because the last I went for, they laughed at me. Was like, you don't want that one. I'm like, bro, he shitting on what you saying. You my IT guy. I'm respecting what you say. Oh man, they just trying to make a sale. I said, nigga, he told me this is the better one. I said, he's all, it is a good one. I said, why don't you recommend this one? I told you I'm trying to spend about between 4 to 6. I need a quality laptop. I can't keep getting a $200 laptop. He says to me, oh, well, ain't like you working from home or you holding meetings and stuff with this laptop. I'm like, nigga, you work from home and use your job's laptop. What are you talking about? So he just discredited me DJing, going to meetings, selling my shit to where I need a laptop that can do everything. You don't know what the fuck I might be in trying to do or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for the disrespect, motherfucker. So then went to Best Buy. Young dude there was a boss. He pulling shit up, looking at the mixer I use, make sure everything worked. They didn't have a series there because I wanted to buy it at Best Buy to give him the fucking sales credit for it or whatever. But they had the one that, like I said, fold into a tablet or whatever. They had the one I ended up getting. He told me, if you go back to Micro Center, either one of them will work for you. He's like, I can get the one you want. It'll be a couple days to a week. And I was like, nah, it ain't that big of a rush.
real talk,
I
that's a
realized,
hell of a salesperson right there. Any
hey,
salesperson that will help you, regardless of whether or not they get the sale, that's somebody who's looking out for you.
Dude was on point. Then he told me, he was like, man, he said, you know what, just do what is that? If you say I'm here, it's my name. What I was like, man, pounding them up, like appreciate it. Then I was just like, last week I was sitting here because my motherfucking like screen it came. I had to pop it back on the other laptop that I'm using now, and I was like, man, why you bullshit? Go get that fucking laptop before it go off sale, and you be mad you got to spend $600. You know what I'm saying? Or spend 800 basically on a fucking laptop because that motherfucker was like 799 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was 699 was good, $700 laptop, but like I said, it was on sale for a bill 50. Oh, let me get my off my ass. So I finally went this week and got it, and I was so sick spending that money, bro. I'm just like, man, I was like, I want, but I had no choice but to. I need a quality laptop, and that motherfucker Lenovo is like that fucking thick. That's another thing. These motherfuckers changed the game to where I say maybe about that. They making these motherfuckers about as thick as a spiral notebook.
Yeah.
That's like a gift and a curse. So when that mother gave me the box, I was like, what the fuck? This shouldn't be this damn light. I've
Oh
held
yeah.
babies
They
this damn
smaller,
light.
thinner, lighter.
Yeah. And it just will make it so bad though. It's sitting in the box right now. I ain't even pulled it out yet. I'm just mentally I'm not even ready yet. Cause I have
That,
to fight
that's the
the
difference between me and you. I wouldn't have gotten the door good. I'd have just like threw the box out, set it up, get it going.
well see, I have to fight my mental on being like, man, take that bitch back. I gotta get my mind to where it's like, Nick, it's okay to have this motherfucker. You good. But right now I'm in my head like, nigga, did you really just spend 600 on a laptop? But you at some point you gotta grow up and start getting quality versus quantity.
Yeah, it's
Cause
all
what I
about the big boy
usually get,
toys.
is what I usually get. I could have bought two of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And spend a little bit more than what I spent. But like I can't keep living like that. Although I will say though, I could have saved 100 if I'd have went with an Acer, but I've never had them before. Although I've been told they've gotten way better. But since my mom's got Lenovo, I had her get it, and that motherfucker was dope. And she got my girls Lenovo's and my nieces for Christmas last year, and they should have been pretty dope. I was like, okay, this is the route I'm gonna go. But yeah,
Yeah. I've heard from a lot of people that, it don't really matter what computers you get or TVs or anything like that nowadays because they just like cars. If you take care of them, they all will be good to you.
yes and no. I can see that, but it's all about what you decide to do. And I mean, I say right now, real talk, instead of getting what you can, get what you like, get what's you. Because there's a
Exactly.
lot of quality shit out there. A lot of people are stepping their shit up to where it's worth the money. Just get the money you need to spend and go from there, and stop just settling and buying whatever. I was in when I was married or whatever. Hold on a second. I was married. I as was. I'm saying like a country nigga. When I was married, I had to settle a lot because my thing was I wanted to take care of the family, make sure the family was good. When I could have been like, nah, do this, do that, or whatever. Now, I'm not trying to say that not what my situation was. It's just I'd rather get shit taken care of than trying to get value. Because when you got motherfuckers on your back trying to get shit done, you just get it done. Because unfortunately, no two minds think alike, so you got to do what you got to do. But now it's just me solo dolo. I take my time. Just like the speaker I got. I told you about the speaker I bought from Walmart, didn't I? Didn't I send you the shit on it when
Yeah,
I got
I didn't know you bought it.
back? Yeah, that on or whatever.
Yeah, you
So
balling then.
I ain't balling, but
I'll just put it to you like this. Wait till you hook your new laptop up to that speaker.
new laptop has Wi-Fi on it, so that's definitely gonna happen.
There you
But
go.
this motherfucker to be an 8-inch sub goes. I don't know who own is. I don't know who they're derivative from. I think they may be
Um,
Walmart's
they're,
new
they're
person.
Walmart brand and they make some quality shit. Cause
They
I've got
got
some I've got some cell phone accessories from them.
Yeah,
And as a
like
matter of fact, in this office here, the TV antenna is a on.
yeah, like they shit came out of nowhere. So it's got to be a Walmart in exclusive deal or something. But for this figure to be an 8 inch, that motherfucker goes. You know, I don't need all that. It got a good bass too. I only use the bass boost work. I really don't need it. I don't need to shake my TV out the wall. But that motherfucker go out the house, I can hear it. You know, because all I wanted, I didn't want to get a surround sound or a sound bar. I'm not really tripping on movies. Like, that's your shit. You know, my little brother, that's his shit. That's not me. I need to hear my music. And shit, that motherfucker, hey, I charge it up, gives me good 6 hours. If I hook it off the charge, take that bitch outside, it's blasting, put that motherfucker in the garage with me, no complaints at all.
So you got to bring that on the show next week and give us all a demo.
You know, remember we can't do that. You know, shut our shit off. You know, I'd be like, you do not have authorization for this music. Just,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
just
point.
trust me. What I will say, if you're looking for a speaker just for your house that you could carry around, it's not a Dr. Dre pill or JBL. I recommend Owens little 8 inch sub that they got. That motherfucker goes hard. Got a nice amount of wattage to it. Gets loud. And I'm the type of person that likes it loud. That motherfucker gets loud. So I have to ask my girls, hey, y'all good? Oh, we don't care. Then somebody be like, it has to be that loud. Hey, y'all said y'all didn't care. I'm just doing what y'all said. With trust and believe. Listen to your boy. It's I think when I got it, I caught it on sale for 70. It was a regular 100. Then I got pissed when Black Friday sold it for 50. I was like, nigga, you still saved $30. Quit tripping.
All right,
But
so
the investment.
I'm about to go a little bit deeper on you now. I found this. I didn't find it. My cousin posted it the other day,
Uh-huh.
and here's what it says. Damn, Ricky, did you lose it already?
That was your cousin
Okay.
said?
No, I'm talking to myself. All right, here it is. If you want to make it in life, move away from your hometown. A wise man once told me, support doesn't come from familiar faces. There's a lot in that. I want to know how much of that, if any, do you agree?
Say it again.
If you want to make it in life, move away from your hometown. A wise man once told me support doesn't come from familiar faces.
That's not true. That's not
Um,
true at all.
I believe that it is and it isn't. And I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from on this. You don't need to move away from town. You don't need to move away from friends or family. That's BS right there. But I will also say support does not come from familiar faces. A good example is this show. As much advertising as we do for this show, between you and me, I'm sure we got over 1,000 people on Facebook alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yet
The
some of the
views,
shows say what?
the views don't show it.
Exactly. And the ones that do are normally people that have subscribed or people that we do not know that stumble across it on YouTube. And the reason why I know this, I've been looking at our numbers because I happen to be looking at the numbers for my other YouTube show a couple days ago because I'm trying to like become a little bit more familiar with stats and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
see what people like, what they don't like, what we're doing, what we should be doing and stuff like that. And I came across that stat. You could talk to everybody until you're blue in the face, but it's the people who don't really know you that in the end are going to support you because it seems like your friends and your family are like, yeah, that's Kevin, that's Richard, they do this show. People don't think that they have to watch it because they think that they already know what you're going to say. People
Yeah,
think they already know what you're all about.
a lot of them are swear they too busy, this, that, and the third. You know, but it's one of the things to where, you know, you just do it to do it. You know, you just fuck, you know, it's gonna happen. I think maybe, and I meant to say, see, the one thing we might need to do, because I don't think I see it on there. When you do the blurb, you know, have you show our the logo and everything?
Hmm.
Do you have on there that is audio on all the other setups?
Not that it's audio, but I imagine that's common sense for everybody because
No, it's not.
if you're streaming, it's
That's
audio.
it's not common sense. Because think about it. One of our favorite podcasts, I Am Athlete, isn't streamed anywhere. It's just YouTube.
True. True. All
So
right.
to
So on
me,
effective on this show, I will make sure that I advertise that the streaming for podcasts is audio only.
so I'll say if anything, I would um I would indicate that you also can find us stream wise on Spotify. Because a lot of people when they see it on YouTube, they think that I gotta watch it. Yeah, it's a video, but you can have it going and just be listening to it walking around. You ain't gotta watch it per se.
Right.
So that's I think that's might be an issue also. So if anything, I think let's put up there that that it is an audio version and where they can find it and
Yeah.
see what happens from that.
Yeah. We will go with that. Um, I know this is Tuesday, and we come on Thursdays. So for me and you, it's the day before the inauguration, and by the time this obviously airs, it will be the
Oh
day
shit, it is
after.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We getting ready to run the orange comb over out. Do you think that it's gonna go smoothly?
Let me say first, I'm glad I'm working tomorrow, so I don't have to sit at home and watch the circus. I think it's something like they expect 400,000 people there or something. Hella security, military wise is there. A lot of I've been reading a lot of National Guards been getting sent home. I guess them motherfuckers is opposed to what's about to happen. They still Team Trump or whatever,
Mm.
and he's gonna do 100 emergency pardons before his last day. Yesterday, I don't know if he actually did it or not, but it's gonna go off how it's supposed to go off. Is the best way to put it. I hope every major capital, like Topeka and Johnson and you know and was it in Missouri, Jefferson?
Jackson.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was Jefferson.
Jefferson.
City, whatever the capital.
Yeah, Jefferson.
Motherfuckers
I'm
ain't
sorry.
tripping over roads. But the one in like D.C., Cali, Chicago, New York, the major cities, I'm hoping they shit is covered because something stupid may happen. I'm not down that at all. I'm hoping they got a motherfucking royal taste tester of the food for Kamala, and they got somebody for Biden because something stupid is gonna happen. I just don't know the severity of how stupid it is. And I just because the thing is, I will say this: we right now, being in America, we have half a shade of a black eye. What about that other part?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think anything stupid's gonna go off tomorrow because I think that too many things are gonna be put in place. I'm worried about the next few days after to come.
See, that's another thing they said. They talk. I guess the guys are starting to talk now because they don't want to get them sentences that was involved in all that capital shit, and said that the mindset was that they was go get loose and start unloading. So it was gonna get violent. So the fact there was only 6 people that got shot and one that died was a blessing because they was about to get loose.
And yet our nonviolent march was just animalistic, huh?
It's just because we were some niggas.
Mm.
These
Mm.
niggas walking with Browns and white people trying to be down. That's all it was. They didn't see it for what it was.
So I'm gonna lighten things up a little bit because I know you like me, you grew up with a little bit of Saved by the Bell. Even
Yeah,
though Zach Morris is trash, you got to
you
watch
tripping.
that on YouTube.
Nah, Zach
It's a
Morris
you
is not
it's a
trash.
YouTube series
I
called
know.
Zach Morris is trash.
Zach
I,
Morris is not trash.
they unjustified all his schemes. All
I want to be the black Zach Morris if I could have.
right, so anyway, some bad news though. Screech is diagnosed with stage 4 cancer the other day.
That's all right. I didn't give a shit.
Wow.
I'm like, all the bullshit you've been talking and doing to motherfuckers, and that bullshit ass Lifetime biopic you put out, man, go stage five
I
and get out of
I
here.
didn't know about that.
Yeah, he did a book talking about how
I knew
they
about the book.
ostracized him because he was the youngest. Man, go somewhere with your crybaby shit. Unfortunately, in Hollywood, certain roles you cannot outgrow. You don't think Jaleel White would like to be somebody besides Steve fucking Urkel? Hell, the whole damn show, everybody's still their characters. Only one that able to do something different was Carl Winslow, and that was a
Hey,
brief
but that was
moment.
because he was already an established actor.
Even it's like all of them. Hell, at least you ain't the one to be like, hey, they sent her to her room and she never came back. That's they, you know what I'm saying? Just like it's silly. Hey, you don't think motherfucking Alfonso Ribeiro would like not to be called Carlton? It just man go somewhere
Although on every show he's on now, he does that stupid dance.
because that's what he's known for. That gets him the check, so therefore he has to.
Now that you mention it, damn, how many child stars have outgrown that shadow?
Very few. You got to be like Ricky Schroeder, disappear, come back as an adult, and then take a job on a gritty ass cop show, so they won't be like, hey,
Hey,
they're still
that
oh
that
they
was
still
NYPD Blue was a good ass show though.
I didn't say it wasn't, but he had to go to the extreme show
Oh,
to
and
make sure
remember,
y'all
when he
still was
came back,
talking.
he was no longer Ricky. He was Rick Schroeder.
That's what I'm saying. You had to go to the extreme. Or you gotta be Miley Cyrus, start dating niggas and dancing with snakes and shit. Like Britney Spears making them realize, hey, that ain't Hannah Montana no more. That's Miley Cyrus.
That's true.
Man, naked on a fucking wrecking ball. I don't know what's appealing about that, but you gotta do some extreme shit to make them forget about where you came from.
Hey, so I'm gonna talk a little bit of music here real quick because you had posted this, I believe. Drake becomes the first artist ever to reach 50 billion streams on Spotify. First of all, I want to say this with great sincerity. Fuck Drake. Okay.
See, that's
And here's the
uncalled
reason
for.
why. Hold on. Here's the reason why. Here it is.
I'm listening, old nigga. I'm listening.
Back in the day,
Uh
it was about how much you sold. If you couldn't sell 50 million records, you wasn't shit. 50 million streams don't mean nothing to me. That means they might have streamed one song or another. You don't think Michael Jackson had got 50 million streams if he was around? Don't tell me he wouldn't. I'm talking
you,
about real artists with real talent.
oh my god, you a sort of old nigga on the porch right now. Sit your ass down and drink some tea and put that beer down. Cause you talking stupid. You talking real damn stupid.
So you
50
telling me
million
you telling me
streams.
Drake is the best around?
Actually, and it wasn't 50 million. I thought it was a billion.
Okay, 50
No,
billion million. I don't
no,
give a
no.
fuck.
No, let me pull this shit up on Facebook
I'll
real quick.
pull it up. I'll pull it
See,
up. I got it right
American
here.
is on that. He on that bullshit right now.
Yeah, it's
Let me
50
just
billion. But with a B. Billion. So what?
see. Yeah, that's
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 one song. How many albums would that equal though?
that's his
He
catalog
he's
as a
not
whole.
on he's not on the level of established artists.
You're miss. Oh my god, you're missing a point. That's his catalog as a whole. Whether he's featured on something, his albums, singles he's put out, everything as
Exactly.
a
They got to go
whole.
by all that in order for him to get to that 50 billion.
They had to do that for everybody.
But
I'm
I'm
pretty
saying
sure
artists in our youth would have surpassed that if streaming was around then, and you know they
that was
would have.
the case. They would do it now. You're
But
missing.
it's
You're
too late
missing the
now.
point. It wouldn't happen back then because technology wasn't like that then, and people wasn't fucking with music like that outside of a record or a
No,
tape.
you're missing the point. I said if technology was like that. Are you
I
telling
still
me
don't
if
think
we didn't have this technology in '84, that Thriller wouldn't have had 50 billion streams?
no. Because here's the thing: we did back then. Y'all would drop every song on there as a single. You have a 10, 8, 10 album record.
That means
Every
it's a
song
good
is a
ass
single.
album.
Now it's not as good as album. It's just that was the weak ass process that they ran. Every song was a single, trash or not. Every song was a single. They don't do that nowadays. Now they pick. I'll say since mid 90s, 2, 3 songs is a single. 2 or 3 songs. If your shit go double platinum, then you get another single. But we're gonna tie that single to
I
your
hate
next
I hate to
album.
break this to you, but that's the way it has always been as far as
No,
music.
the hell it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Back in,
Every you have 4 or 5 artists that once they hit 3 singles and they were still selling hot, they would issue 3 more.
motherfucker, if you look back in the day, every Thriller, Bad, any
Okay,
fucking
you're talking about the classics.
album. I mean,
Throw
this
out
no
throw out
thing
some
is
no name
serious.
artists and tell me they
Motherfucking
put out
Ozzy
7.
Brothers, them motherfuckers will have 10 singles. Then you look, you be like, how the hell is Footsteps in the Dark on 4 different albums? And it's 4 different versions. You know, it's just, and that was ridiculous because they all was fire. But a side note,
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, yeah.
it's just Drake hitting 50 billion doesn't surprise me because he's the only person that literally crosses all genres. Because, like I said, because I was in a heavy debate. Shout out to my nigga Morgan. And he ended up being a punk in the end, talking about, oh, I don't care for Drake either. Had me talking for about an hour or so on Facebook. Motherfucking Drake across the board, everybody likes for the most part.
What board
Mainly,
are you talking about?
just music period, mainly females, because you can sing along with his music. Everybody's all about singing along with hooks and a song in a strip club. Because Kamon Morgan, he was like, why don't K Dot get more airplay? Like I told him K Dot's the best one out of that class of the rappers that came out. I told him Kendrick doesn't make strip club music. Kendrick's on the level of Outkast. He's like a Quemini to present Outkast before they left. He makes conscious music with banging ass beats that you can get along, that you can bob your head to. But the problem is with a lot of us, because Nelson has said it before. Nelson has said before he's not a big Nas fan because he don't feel like thinking all the time. Because Nas will say some shit and you'll be like, oh shit, I get what he's saying now. Instead of it just right there in front of you.
You've just made my point. Let me tell you how. One, if you set down a Drake CD and a Nas CD in front of me, which one you think I'm gonna pick up?
You're gonna pick up Nas because you know me.
Hands down, I'm gonna pick up Nas. That's the dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you could put any hip hop artist next to Drake, and I would pick up that other CD. But that's a whole nother thing. And here's the reason why. And here's the reason why Drake is quote unquote crossing all borders. His music is more about style over substance. The Nas argument tells you that right there. Because Nas's music is more about substance. That's why he makes you think. Drake is the hook of the week.
This is where I disagree. Nas is definitely substance, hands down. He'll give you a party record here or there, but he's substance. He's something that Nas is that you know, you go to say you go to McDonald's, you just grab a burger. No, you go to Taco Bell, you grab something, you know it's not gonna stick to you. But then you go say you come to my house to watch the game and I'm barbecuing. Nas is that food that's gonna stick to your ribs. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's gonna be there that you go digest it for a minute.
If Drake is that Taco Bell, you're gonna shit it out in about half an hour.
I should say Taco Bell. This is what Drake is. Drake is, hey, where you going from here? Oh, such and such is throwing a party, and I'm about to go there. Drake is the food at the party that keeps going. Finger sandwiches, little sliders. Drake keeps the party going. Drake's a nonstop party where Nas wants to educate and make sure his people are good versus, hey, let's keep it going, keep it going. Let's sit down and talk. What's going on?
All right. If you want style and substance, I'll give you one name. Tupac. Don't tell me that Drake couldn't fuck with Tupac.
Tupac was the epitome of both. To this day, I still don't know how he did it because he had to look for the females, and then at the same time, he would give them a song that endured them and pulled them in. But then for the niggas, he let you know, I ain't no punk. And that's what we got to hit them up and me against the world and shit like that or whatever. Then at the same time, for the casual fans, he had party records like California Love, Toss It Up, I Get Around. You know, so it's just like he was that one that embodied everything to where right now I can only imagine how different the game would be if he still was here. Cause like
That's
a
true.
record with him and Kendrick probably would just shut the game down. That's why last week when Nell was on here and I was joking about Dre or whatever, which is funny that you put that out as a snippet. Um, I still say the anticipation of Detox is so fucking high. If Drake was to put that out, it's gonna shatter streaming records because motherfuckers want to know what's on it. They want to know what's because everybody that's worked on it has been like Dre's shit is light years in front of everybody else's. But Dre will tell you, oh, it's not complete. He's the type of person where you can say the wrong way. He'll have you say it 50 times so it sounds right in his ear. Then when you hear it, you be like, damn, I see what he was talking about now. You won't hear it when you arguing with him, but when you finally get it right and he play it back, you be like, oh shit, I hear the difference. That's why Snoop will tell you he won't record with Dre. He'll do his shit at the studio and take it to Dre. He said he knows how Dre likes shit to sound now. Snoop, you really don't. You really don't. Your shit sound cool, but it's not Dre S. And I understand why they said Dre will have beats that's your budget and beats that'll take a third of your budget. Or beats that'll take half your budget.
Now I will say this: classic Snoop with Dre as the producer, that was
No.
hitting.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, so let's get just a little bit deeper now, because I'm gonna pose a really deep question to you. First things first, there was a article that I saw. I think it was Sunday. I don't remember for sure. It might have been Monday. Caitlyn Jenner, that would be uh Bruce Jenner to me and you,
Uh-huh.
because we grew up with Bruce. His mama
Yeah.
named him Bruce. Bruce is good enough for us. But anyway, Caitlyn was talking about how she still interacts with her family, but she's closer to, I believe, Kylie more than anybody. Now that whole story is neither here nor there. I'm just mentioning that to bring you this question because I started thinking about it, and he was like how he's not cool with some of the family, or excuse me, she's not cool with some of the family, but with a couple of his daughters, she is cool with the family. Um, and I guess it's a dual question. If
Um,
your mother or your father decided to flip the script today and say, I want to be transgender, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to date people of the same gender, how would that make you feel? How would you react? And then flip the question to part two, because I've got two sons, you got two daughters. What would happen if your daughters came to you and said, you know, my friend Shaniqua or such and such, whatever her name is, that I be hanging out with, we're dating.
okay, I'm put to you like this. If it's my parent, I don't give a fuck. That's on them. I mean, it ain't like I gotta have you around. I don't give two shits. My question is gonna be, do I gotta pay for anything? If I ain't gotta pay for nothing, knock yourself out. As far as my daughters, that wouldn't bother me because I've said before to people, and some people think I'm crazy when I say this, and I'm on record saying this. In today's world, the way shit is, you got multiple kids, you can't be surprised if one of them ends up gay. You just really can't be surprised by it. Not saying to go around and expect it, but you can't be surprised by it. You just may be ready to accept it and move on from there. So if either one of my daughters would be like, hey, this how I'm rocking, all right, nigga, knock yourself out. You just keep it moving.
Yeah, that's along the lines of what the way I think about it. Because at the forefront, I want to make sure that my kids are happy no matter what. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I've dated two chicks that was 1 minute they was bisexual or they was gay or whatever. So it's just this world is so upside down. And at the same time, we have to realize is being a good parent means you're a sheltered parent as far as how you treat your kid. And just like when a kid drink Pepsi for the first time. Oh my God, what is this? Where did this come from? You put a kid on a college campus. Oh my God, they're holding hands, kissing, and it's two boys or it's two girls. What is that about? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Some of them are gonna be curious and want to learn more. Some are gonna be like, all right, what the fuck ever go about their business. It's all about that person.
And I'll also say this about it. Um, you never, and this isn't just about sexual preference. This is about anything with your children. You never want to put your foot down and say you will not do this, because what's the first thing a kid's gonna do? Find a way to do that.
Oh shit, I
You push
believe
too
it.
hard, they're gonna push back.
No, I'm gonna say you're not gonna do it. I'm like, trust me if you motherfucking want to.
Your kids are young now, but when when they're the age to be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go live here. I'm gonna go do
Oh,
this.
when they of
Things
age,
change.
hey, when they of age, I ain't gotta be bothered with your ass no more. Go do what you go do.
Yeah, but at that in between stage, they will fuck with you. Oh,
I'm just
daddy said don't do this. I'm gonna find a way to do it while he ain't paying attention.
as a problem. The cancer in me always pays attention.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Brother to brother, you
So,
don't always know what your kids are doing. Don't
true.
think you do.
I
You just
know.
gotta trust that you taught them well enough that they know right from wrong, good from bad, and all that.
Sometimes I think their mom try to plot to see if they can get shit over on me. I'll be like, yeah, you niggas have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, but that's another story for another time. All right, check it out. Before we wind it on down, I want to talk about three sports things that you brought up, and one that I saw. And I guess the first one, I believe her name is Ajaya Wilson.
Yeah, yeah.
Holler at me about her
Yeah, you look
statue.
at her accolades for me.
Look them up.
Yeah, did you get her accolades or whatever she was heralded for?
I didn't go that far because I saw that if they give her a statue, that means she's been balling out. They
That
don't just give anybody a statue.
that's the thing. That's the motherfucking thing. I saw her breakdown of what she done. That shit wasn't statue worthy. That shit was not statue worthy at all.
For a ball player or a female ball player?
Female ball player. When I put it like this,
That's what
Cheryl
I was going
Miller
to ask you.
Cheryl Miller deserves hers for what all she did.
Either Cheryl Swoops or Cheryl Miller.
But no, just hear me out. Cheryl Miller deserves hers. This motherfucker, WNBA career, college career, ain't really do shit to deserve the accolades she got in the statue when what Billie Jean King, what the fuck her name is? No, Nancy Lieberman. When Nancy Lieberman don't have a statue, Cheryl Swoops ain't got no statue.
Mm.
Cheryl Swoops just got made AD for women's sports at Texas Tech. She deserves way more than that. That bitch should have a stadium, a wing, motherfucking university, Texas Tech Swoops. You know what I'm saying? What she did there. And so it's crazy that like I think they won like maybe two titles. She got an MVP. She won a title in WNBA. I think they went to the Final Four like several times. And she's been an All Star like every year she's been WNBA about 3-4 years. But it ain't been enough to where we gonna get this big ass bronze statue on South Carolina's campus. If anybody deserves a statue on that campus, it's Don fucking Staley. She brought that school from obscurity when she played there, made them something, and brought them back when she started coaching. So I'm looking, and I'm like, now mind you, I like the chick because she's been on a couple of podcasts I watched, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you give her this statue when really at the end of the day, her numbers don't amount to no godly like numbers? It ain't did nothing to her. I'm just like, oh man, she changed again. Cynthia Cooper has done more than she's done. Tina Thompson, Shamika Holslaw, Candace fucking Parker has done more, but they get this motherfucker. I'm like, this shit's getting out of hand. All this praise we giving when a lot of these motherfuckers don't deserve this praise. And
That's
maybe down
going
the line she may get better and she may add more accolades. But right now I'm just like, y'all shit the bed on this one. Y'all did too fucking early.
that's going along the lines of where I'm going with this. But before I get there, because it ties in with the second one, Sarah Thomas. You sent this to me, first female official to officiate a Super Bowl. I saw that right before you sent it because ESPN sends me the little blurbs,
Yeah.
and I know you and me commented back and forth that you thought I was a little harsh, and my comment to
Okay,
you
well,
was I said two things. The first thing I said was you really don't notice her out there because of the referee gear. She looks just like one of the boys. She's got her hair pulled up, got it in the hat and all that.
so mother, are you playing or are you checking out the ref? Which one are you doing?
If the ref's female. But no, seriously, here's
Mm.
where I'm going with that though. The idea of a referee is for them not to be noticed. You shouldn't notice the ref unless you do something wrong. Am I right?
Yeah.
And secondly, the other thing I said was, you pull out a first female linebacker in a Super Bowl, that's going to make some major headlines because that's somebody that's doing something. And that's no disrespect to her because she's doing something that I'm going to be honest, any man or woman can do.
You're
We're, we're,
missing.
we're making it too much of a big thing. I want to see a woman do something superhuman. Not super. I don't mean pick up houses or anything like that. I mean something that you wouldn't normally expect a woman to do. I strongly believe that there should have been more female referees in the game for the last 10, 15 years.
Billy Bob, how are you married? Oh my God, how are you married?
No, you're not
Um,
hearing me. You're not hearing me. That's not a slap to women. That's a slap to these old men in suits that have been keeping these women down.
yeah, old boys club. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the point that you jumped over and missed. NFL did this for one reason only. They not trying to get left behind. Think about it. Basketball had the bubble. Black Lives Matter everywhere. They got officials that are. I think they got more. As a matter of fact, I think the NBA officials are only black. I ain't never seen a white one. So they got black female officials. Black Lives Matter stuff on the jersey, stuff on the court. They letting them still do it now. MLB did their thing. WNBA did their thing. NFL hadn't did anything. The most they gave you is you could put something on your helmet. And
Yeah.
I saw where old boy for Seattle, DK Metcalf, got Emmett Till on his helmet. And people ask him who Emmett Till is, he tells them, and they did a whole little story about it. They probably had to force that story to get it out there. NFL's like, what do we do to get attention to show that we support blacks, minorities, how we want to be a part of this to where we're not left behind.
And see, that's where I believe the NFL is wrong because you're doing it to get that attention when you should have been a trendsetter and you would have already had that attention.
But that's the thing, though.
You don't see the NBA saying, "Hey, look what we're doing." They just do it.
But again, here's where you miss it. How many games did the NBA play?
How many games? They play 82.
Exactly. NFL is only 17 games, and not counting the playoffs. So if you go do it, you got one swing at it to where it matters because you can't pick an individual game because people feel like every game their team plays is important. So therefore, you go to your big one. You go to the motherfucking Super Bowl because you're gonna have 100 million people watching, and they're gonna be like, oh, look what the NFL did. They got a female out there officiating. They're progressive. NBA can do it several times over because they got 82 games and they got the best out of 7 playoff series up until the finals. So they're going to pound it in your head so often, you expect it. NFL doesn't have that luxury. So
Well,
if you don't
remember
have your
this too,
Pro
though.
Bowl game,
Remember
you
this
go to
too.
a big.
Sarah is an official. She's not the head ref. So you won't hear her actually make the calls and all that stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not about making the call. It's about being on the field. They're going to mention her being on the field. Because think about it. When Super
And
Bowl
oh,
come
by the
on,
way, I've heard commentators mention her on the field throughout the
yeah,
season.
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna mention it on the highest stage they have, so it can go all around the world, and it's gonna do a big thing for them. That's gonna increase females wanting to be officials. That's gonna help them across the board. Because remember, what's coming up in 2022? The XFL. And who's big time for the XFL? The owner. That's what? Female.
Hmm.
So again, you go to your highest stage. Because recently, it was this past week. I think it was kind of like a little smear thing that I feel like the NFL had a part in it because it was I forgot what show it was, and they was trying to get on the XFL for taking the year off, and everybody keeps talking about why is it come back? Why is it come back? It wasn't making no money. Then somebody had to say, no, the XFL was doing fine. It's just the pandemic hurt the XFL. It wasn't the XFL hurt themselves. This happened, and the XFL had to stop. So The Rock is working on it. And another person was like, hey, you know, whatever The Rock touches is gonna be good. So the NFL knows we got trouble on our horizon. And the guy on that, I think it was a podcast, he was like, if they're smart, they're gonna make their self the what do you say, the D League or G League for the NFL. And one guy was like, well, name one G League player from the NBA. I think I actually talked about it a little bit. There's like name one player from the NBA, from the G League went to the NBA. And he was like, there's a couple, it's just not announced or whatever. He said, if I can have a career in the minor league and make good money, like in baseball, why not do it? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just feel
So
like the NFL will drop the ball if all they do is announce it at the Super Bowl and they don't take it a step further.
no, so that's the thing though. They're gonna
Bring three more refs that are female to the league next year, and then I see exactly what they're doing and how they're making things work.
and that's the point I'm making. This is about to get that started. This is about because they're gonna show her throughout the game. I guarantee a play is gonna happen to where she's gonna have to tell them what the call is. And it might be an important play. If it's a pivotal play of the game, she's really gonna be over everything. But what's gonna happen? She's about to be the face of because we won't see it because we're not in those rooms. She's gonna be the face of the officials when it comes time to recruit females. Because there's female officials everywhere. All of them don't apply because they probably think they don't have a chance. But here comes Sarah Wilson. Everyone got a chance if Sarah does. So what the NFL is doing is smart. Just the thing is, you either do it first game of the season or you do it your last game of the season. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not arguing with you. What they're doing is smart. All I'm saying is don't let it in there. Take it up a
I don't,
notch next year.
yeah, I don't think they are. I think they're going to try to build off of it. It's just they're doing it in a smart way. I give them props on that.
All right, so we got 4 teams left in the NFL. This could end up really, really bad, or this could end up really, really good. I ain't even gonna start talking about your quarterback that we thought had a concussion, but it's really a nerve damage. That could be really bad, but that's a whole nother thing.
I just want to say, fuck you two niggas because y'all didn't pick Kansas City. Just want to put that out there. Fuck you, Nelson, because your Ravens didn't win.
I was almost right.
Yeah.
I'm
Almost.
I'm still on course for the Super Bowl because I said Buffalo, Green Bay.
Yeah.
So remember that. Which one of y'all had the Saints? That ain't working out for you.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Speaking of, that's the first thing I'm gonna get to. I think the fix is in. I think the NFL is really pushing hard to get Brady into the Super Bowl.
They won a Brady Mahomes Super Bowl.
And here's the reason why I'm gonna hate that. And by the way, you've heard it here first. I'm gonna be the biggest Chiefs fan in the world if that happens. Bigger than you, just so you know. And that's Raider fans saying that. That's how much I can't stand Tom Brady.
You gonna wear a Chiefs hat?
If I need to,
You
I'm gonna
wearing
come
red?
over your house and be, hey, pull one out, bright red. I don't give a fuck. Put it out. I can't stand Tom Brady. They are pushing to have Tom Brady become the best ever there is in the world, hands down. Look, Tom went to this team his first year. He took them to the Super Bowl in their own stadium. He's a hero. Fuck Tom Brady, okay? I can't say it enough. Fuck Tom Brady.
Because it's like I told you, my cousin Chris said. They want Brady to have more championships than Michael Jordan to be the greatest of all time in sports. The
Mike
way
didn't lose.
I agree with Chris, but the way I see it as they are looking at it on the aspect of they want Brady to, it's not Michael Jordan, it's Peyton Manning. Brady went to Tampa. Tampa and Denver was on the same lines or whatever when Manning came, when Brady came. Manning first year took them, they couldn't beat they couldn't win. They lost to New England. New England hit them in the mouth. No, they lost Seattle.
Yeah, they lost to Seattle.
Them, they couldn't keep up. So ironically, the next year, Seattle goes, New England goes. Who wins? New England on a bullshit call.
New England didn't win that game. Seattle lost that game. Thanks, Pete Carroll. You're on the 1 yard line. You
But
give it to
again,
beast
like I
mode.
said, on a bullshit call. So right there, boom, you stamped it. Brady's better than Peyton. Brady could take down the Seahawks. Peyton couldn't. And what happens next year? Peyton, on the strength of that defense and passes when needed to be done, he won, runs out to the sunset with a ring. We can't have that. That means the last two Hall of Fame Denver quarterbacks rolled off with rings. We cannot have Brady not do that. So therefore, Brady, go to Tampa. They're not that bad. They just need a few pieces. Oh, let's get Gronk to come back. They need a tight end. Defense is solid. Mike Evans is solid. Goodwin, we need you to keep being our deep receiver. Damn, we need another. Oh, okay. Antonio want to come. Hey, all we need you to do is run slant patterns that you're known for.
And they didn't trust Ronald Jones, so they went out and got Fournette.
And then on top of that, yeah, you got Fournette. And you see the last game? Fournette, 7 catches, 6-some yards, a touchdown. 5 carries, 6-some yards, a touchdown. So Fournette gave them a 10-catch carry, 100-plus yard game with 2 touchdowns. That's all you need from a running back. Jacksonville should have never cut Fournette. But Fournette wanted out of Jacksonville. As soon as he went out, that's the missing piece right there. Now, and we beat them. We've shown nothing about them can stop us. You know, we came out and killed them. It's just we went into typical NFL prevent, let them come back and make it look closer than what it was. Remember, we was up 21-0. What, first quarter? Like it wasn't shit on them.
Yeah.
But when we play them in the Super Bowl, we gonna struggle like a motherfucker. But the thing is, we need Brady to win so he rides to the sunset so people will forget Peyton got a ring, rolled off into the sunset. Because I guarantee, if they let us win, or if they let Buffalo go and win, Peyton's coming back next season. Peyton's playing 2 or 3 years, and if he don't get a ring in those 2 or 3 years,
you mean Brady?
I'm sorry, Brady. I'm sorry. If he doesn't win a ring in the next 3 years, I'll be surprised. But they want him to leave with a ring so that he looks better than Peyton.
I just don't want him to get a ring this year and be the first person to win a Super Bowl in their home stadium. Because you will never, ever let that. The NFL won't ever let that die.
Yeah.
And but it's going to be Buffalo, Green Bay. Because that man, Mr. Rogers, he going to pass all over Tampa Bay Sunday.
See, that's another thing. The NFL literally is self-serving themselves ridiculously. And I can't begin to get them proud of how they got this set up. You wasn't getting no Aaron Rodgers versus Brady. Now you're getting it this year. People's eating that shit up. Now you get in the playoffs. Motherfuckers eating that shit up.
Now imagine this. Imagine Kansas City going ahead and beating Buffalo and Green Bay beating the Bucks. Do you know the State Farm Insurance Company would have a field day with this?
Oh, they're going to. And you got flashback to Super Bowl I when it first started.
There's so many different storylines. Bill's Mafia is back.
You know, the one thing about this that everyone's missing, and it hit me, the past couple years, you had a resurgence. Mahomes led the resurgence of quarterbacks, but the league was still receivers and running backs more than anything. This Final Four, what do we have?
Well, we got 3 teams that have rich Super Bowl histories, and we got one.
It's not the histories. Quarterbacks.
Well, yeah.
We got 4 teams that is quarterback rich. If you go back to the last round, each team quarterback rich. And what does the NFL love? Quarterbacks. What just got put back in the forefront because of this playoff? Quarterbacks. When Tennessee lost the NFL loved that because you push Lamar Jackson up because he's a fucking quarterback. It's always about the quarterback that they push. I mean, with the State Farm commercial alone, State Farm did a commercial, nobody else but quarterbacks. This league has gotten back to where it went back to the 80s mindset when it was Marino, Kelly, and Montana and all them.
But
They
see, that's
quarterback.
what I'm talking about when I say, the histories, because Kansas City, they just won the title. So, it's fresh in everybody's mind. They got the most dominant offense. Tampa Bay, they've won a Super Bowl before. Green Bay, they've won several. That's why they call it Title Town. Then you got little Buffalo here in the corner. They went 4 times. They never won one.
See, the
This
thing
is
is,
their
like
big
I said,
chance.
but the mistake in that, the flaw in what you're saying is Tampa's never been quarterback heavy. All Tampa's known for is you had Steve Young on the bench, you sent them to the West Coast. Damn fools.
By the way, 49ers still to this day, thank you for that.
You had Doug Williams on your bench, you sent him to the Redskins. Damn
Washington
fools.
thanks you for that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all. You won with Brad Johnson.
No, you won with that defense. Brad
I'm
Johnson just
saying
didn't
though,
screw it up.
at quarterback, you won with Brad Johnson and Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey, so you see what I'm saying? But right now, they're spearheading the focus back to quarterbacking is the position. And
Yeah.
right now, I'm just like, I need for Mahomes to come back. Hopefully, I want nobody to go out the way he went out. Hopefully, he's healthy because for a black man to do it back to back years, you know how that would help the black quarterback. That's one of the reasons why old boy from Ohio State announced he's going pro, skipping his senior year because he know it's the time for a quarterback right now.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get into where he probably wouldn't even be considered a first round pick. But now that Urban Meyer's the coach at Jacksonville, he's gonna get looked at like he's a first round pick because everybody knows, oh, Urban gonna want to fuck with him. Urban's gonna work magic with him. When we don't know, Urban might want to fuck with him, but because we think, we're gonna react versus waiting to see, and that's gonna make his stock just go up because ain't nobody gonna have no pro days for real. Pro days gonna be by Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Things
if
have
you come,
changed.
you literally are gonna be in the stands, not on the field, to watch what happens. You know how them old school niggas like to be on the field with their little stopwatches, doing all that shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. But the NFL has slowly but surely went back to the league of the quarterbacks, and people just sitting there watching, ain't even realizing.
Yeah. But all I'm saying, with the Buffalo situation, though, is regardless of which team goes to the championship round out of the 4, the NFL has a rich storyline that they can use for any one of those teams. The return of Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers back again, Mahomes back for more, whatever y'all slogan is.
It's called run it back, sir. Run it back.
Whatever. All I heard out of that was, hey, we can finally catch up with Denver and Las Vegas.
It's rather ironic to say run it back when we throw more than we run.
All I still heard was we can finally catch up with Denver and Las Vegas.
We
They
ain't
got
paying,
3 now. We can have 3.
we ain't paying no attention to Vegas. Ain't got none. Oakland got rings. Vegas don't.
Same team.
No. When I say you
By
tell me
by NFL rule, it's the same
no.
team.
What you
The
telling me?
Baltimore Ravens are the old Cleveland Browns. They kept those records. The Cleveland Browns did not have the Ravens records.
Hey,
The
Cleveland
Raiders are the Raiders are a brand, just like Mark Davis and Al Davis said. They're a brand. The city name is a city name. The Raiders are the brand. Remember that.
Man, I'm done with this.
We
You tell me
as shitty as my team has been, we sell more gear than y'all. I want to hear it.
Everybody want Raiders gear because of NWA. You seen that 30 for 30 straight out of Compton?
I own that 30 for 30. I own a lot of 30 for
Exactly.
30s.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
No. Bravo to you, sir. But
Thank you.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one, and I'm still holding to my same prediction: Buffalo at Green Bay, or not at Green Bay, but Buffalo Green Bay for the Super Bowl.
Your hatred is so deep; it's mesmerizing.
It's not about hatred. I told you it's not about hatred. I don't hate the Chiefs. I need the Chiefs if Tampa Bay goes to the next round. But
let's go to the Kansas City game. Let me ask. I got 2 questions.
Yes, sir.
The hit that was done by my boy Dirty Dan. Did you think it was a dirty hit?
No, it was not. I've seen it full speed and I've seen it played back in slow motion. It was not. I mean, there are hits like that on every play. And this just
Okay.
happened to be a hit where Mahomes went down the way he went down
So not
and got.
Mahomes. We talking about Dirty Dan. We ain't talking about Mahomes. We talking about Dirty Dan with
Oh,
his
you talking
goal
about.
line hit.
Oh, that now that wasn't dirty.
Okay. Now I was watching McAfee show. You know when AJ Hawk comes on there, and AJ Hawk made the comment that on the goal line, hits like that happen all the time. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? He has a point. Then he said that they
See, there's
need
leading with
to,
the head and there's going for the play. And that's
yeah.
the difference.
And I like what AJ Hawk said. It kind of made sense to me. He made the comment on they need to get rid of that on the goal line because it's virtually impossible to avoid helmet to helmet. Now, my question to you is, dude got hit because Dan threw his body he threw his body to make that play. Oh boy dove way sooner than he probably should have. So it was a collision that was gonna happen. It wasn't purposely, just inadvertent. Do you think they need to change the rule as far as when the fumble happens and the ball goes out of bounds in the end zone?
Well, you know, I'm a Raider fan, so you know what I'm going to say because you know where I'm going with this because this has happened
Okay,
twice. This has happened twice to Carr in the last 2 years.
oh my
Um,
God, I should have said I was sick today.
you should have, but you didn't. So here's the thing. I think that the rule should be this. If it goes out of the end zone, you've got to take the ball at the one.
The one, I'm not
Yeah.
giving you the ball at the one if you wasn't there.
No, 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 no. The team that fumbles the ball out of the end zone, you get it at the one because you didn't go in the end zone with it.
That's what I'm saying. If you wasn't there, I'm not giving you the ball there. I think if anything, if you get hit, the ball fumbles into the end zone, dead play, go back to where you was, you lose that down.
But you made it all the way to the one before
You
you got
fumbled it out
hit.
of bounds, nobody recovered it. Dead play, you lose the down, go back to where
But
you
if it
was.
goes out of bounds, it's out. The ball is out where it went out.
That's if it's within the one to the one. If you fumble it in the end zone, the play is dead. Go if you was on the 15 when that play happened, lost it down, let's go again.
But you've been running, so you already caught it, made a football move, and then you fumble it. That can't be lost or down. It's impossible. You know how many teams would fight back on that rule?
I don't give a fuck if they would fight. If it was my league, that's what would happen.
Well, you better call Mrs. Rock and see how you can get a piece of the action because the NFL is the NFL. I mean, I just don't believe that it should be a touchback. I do not.
I I like the touchback and I hate the touchback all at the same time.
Now, I understand if it was still in his hands, he hits the ground and then it pops out, it's over. It's a touchdown. If it's coming out of your hands before you cross the goal line, where it's coming out is where you spot the ball. I just feel like it should be just like any other play. Wherever it goes out of bounds, that's where your next play is. If it's end up first down, first down. If it's second down or whatever down it is, if that's a play on fourth down and it happens, then the other team gets the ball where it went out. That's just me. But you know what? This would all be for nothing if your boy had actually got it instead of knocking it all the way out of bounds. Because it could have been a touchback. I mean, it could have been, yeah, it could have been a natural touchback. Because who was that was coming in and had a chance at the ball?
Oh, they it was like they tight end or something. Oh no, they other receiver. I forgot his bum ass name.
But it's all good. I mean, that's the least of the rules that the NFL needs to work on.
Yeah,
They got to work on this leading with the helmet stuff for running backs. I've seen too many running backs this year get called for leading with the helmet. That's their job. So we need to straighten that out. All right, it's time to wrap this one up. You got anything before we take it on out of here?
Oh yeah. Before we go, going back to the basically was the game of the week in that Kansas City game. So when what did you think Andy was gonna do on that play? That 4th and 1.
The same thing that everybody in Cleveland thought he was going to do, run it.
You know what? I ain't go front. I'm sitting here. Sunday was Giant's birthday. I wouldn't get dressed for us because we did a dinner for her birthday. She wanted to go to dinner. I wouldn't get dressed till the game was over. We had to be at dinner at 6. I had to pick up her cupcakes at 5:30. You seen the game ended at like 5:10.
Yeah, you was cutting it a little close there, brother.
I said, fuck that dinner. I gotta watch my boys. So I'm sitting here. I had a timer set on my phone. Timer went off. Turned the TV off in the living room. Like, I'm about to get dressed. We about to go. And then I sat on the bed, turned the TV on in the bedroom, watching the game. Set the timer again on my phone. Like, when it's time to go off, we going. Timer went off. Game still was going. I was like, I'm almost ready, girls. They was with me. That when they came out, I was like, I'm literally yelling, get up on the center. What the fuck are you doing? Andy, you mother. When that motherfucker rolled down through that pass, I screamed so motherfucking loud. The girls was like, Daddy, are you okay? I said, yeah, the Chiefs won. We can go eat now. Let me get dressed. Like, you ain't dressed. I said, no. Had to watch my boys first. And then Jody go say to me, I'm glad they won. I don't want you to be at dinner with an attitude. I was like, why would I have an attitude if they lost? Something in my head, you motherfucking right. I'm like, fuck this rest. Man. But one, I give Chad Henning props because this is going to sound crazy. I'm glad he threw that interception when he did. Reason why I'm glad he threw that interception to let everybody know I'm going to throw the damn ball. I'm not about to be a dormant backup. I'm going to call whatever I see, I'm going with it. Because when he threw that pass to Travis, that motherfucker had a little zip to it. I was like,
Yes,
look
it
at that
did.
out there.
Yes,
Trying
it
to
did.
make it happen.
And I will say this, especially after listening to the last episode of I Am Athlete, it pays to study that playbook because you never know when you're going in.
Yeah, Mike Vick was a fool for that one. I think
Yeah.
he's going to be on again next week. They're going to talk about everything else with him. But it's just, I'm glad he did that. Because I don't know who he was throwing to. Because Robinson and Tyreek both ended up there. But Robinson pissed me off. And so the official, he getting held in hand fighting with that corner. Where's the flag for the pass interference? It's almost like I think he threw that to get that call, but he forgot you're Chad Henne. You're not Pat Mahomes. So, and he got big ass balls. That was the biggest surprise. I don't think anybody knew he was going to do that. Although, the commentators after the fact, oh, he runs this play all the time. He did it in the Miami game. That's how they won the Miami game. Motherfucker, you didn't know that shit was going to happen.
Nobody knew that was going to
No
happen.
idea.
Andy, Eric Bieniemy, and the QB, they knew it was going to happen. Everybody else did not know.
It was like, I've got one of them commentators like, man, they just took this one play and added a wrinkle to it. That's all Andy does to add wrinkles to plays. Motherfucker, if he only added wrinkles to plays, you think he would still be coaching this damn long? I was like, boy, the hate they have for my squad is so unreal. It's unnecessary. Now,
Yeah, I don't understand it.
We're humble. My last question about the game.
The hell you are.
The hit on Mahomes. Did you think any way, shape, or form it was illegal?
No, that's the one I thought you were talking about at first. No, I did not think that was illegal either. It's part of the game. I mean,
I'm torn because how he came up, around the helmet, I felt like that, hands off. But it's like he was trying to grab the jersey to pull him down, and he did grab some of the back helmet. I'm just like, bro, that's not a jersey. Let that shit go.
but it's also not illegal.
It's so illegal.
Oh, it's not.
You can't rip a man's helmet off.
He didn't rip his helmet off.
He tried to, though.
Had he successfully done it, you would see a yellow flag. He did not. They did not. End of
All I
play.
know is when Mahomes went down and got up dizzy, and like Andy said, he had the wind knocked out of him or whatever.
Hey,
The
when he first stood up and kind of went back down, I'm like, yeah, they didn't hurt him.
the whole world was
No,
you just
not the whole world, just a small kingdom, Chiefs kingdom.
I forgot.
I I,
Motherfucker
I
on
heard
there.
all y'all cry out in terror.
Nah. All I know is the motherfucker who bet for the Chiefs to win in Vegas, they was sick right there for a minute. But when the defense made that stop, and I missed that because I was fucking with the girls or whatever. But I was proud of the defense when they stood up like that. But
But I knew Kansas City was going to win before that play though, when they were still on defense, because
mhm,
Cleveland had the first two plays running plays, one
yeah,
yard, 2 yards. All
it
right, now
was.
it's 3rd and 7. What you gonna do?
And it's like I told my homie to where what made me not fear Cleveland, motherfucking was oh boy the receiver, 7 catches, 20 yards, 1 touchdown.
Think about that. 7 catches, 20 yards. That means that he's catching it damn near at the line of scrimmage. He's not a threat.
And it goes back to I think it was on NFL Network, and they was like Cleveland gonna miss OBJ today. And I was like, you
Yeah.
think? And when I saw that game, I was like, they did miss. So that makes OBJ look such fucking valuable. And I feel bad for Cleveland. This belittled that Pittsburgh win to where you have to realize a lot of that shit was luck as fuck. A lot of that shit in that Pittsburgh game was straight luck and bullshit.
That and Pittsburgh wasn't as good as people thought they were.
Exactly. Them motherfuckers was trash.
But before we go, I'm gonna tell you to do one thing. Don't let that same shit happen against Buffalo. You will not get that lucky.
Here's the thing.
Who's the number one defense in the league? Buffalo.
Number one offense, Kansas City. We gonna see. Here's the thing though, and it's crazy. Last time we faced each other in that game, when we had Montana at quarterback, I'll never forget it. Kimball Anders dropped a touchdown that would have sent us to the Super Bowl. Then he ended up with a concussion in that game or something. This is a replay. That was a cold winter game. This Sunday, rain and ice and cold during the game Sunday. So this is about to be a ball control, smash mouth, who wanted more game.
Buffalo's not
And,
worried about it. What kind of weather did they have last week in Buffalo? Cold and snow.
but
They
when we
good.
played them in week 6 on that Monday night, whoop their ass. It was cold and rainy. So
Josh wasn't Josh. That wasn't the same Josh Allen. Let's be clear.
we made Josh Allen what he was after we whooped his ass.
Yes, and it's gonna
He
come back to
knows that.
bite you. It's gonna come back to bite you.
Now we gonna see. Because the thing is, just like in the Cleveland game, you seen it. Once we got to touching Baker, he was short arming the fuck out of them passes. He was so fucking mad. And what makes it so bad, Chris Evans didn't get a sack. I mean, Chris Jones.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Captain America's out there playing, something wrong.
Chris Jones didn't get a sack, but he was out there causing havoc. He was out there in the way, being a problem, being an asshole. Because Kansas City's finally realizing, motherfucker, we giving you 60 something mil. Fuck being a defensive nose, and we about to move you all across this line.
Yeah, because I didn't hear his name until late in the game.
But the thing is, he was making plays all game. They was moving around. He just wasn't getting no tackles. But like he was clogging if they running back, like if Hyde went to a swing pass on the right, he was right there to where he either got to go wider or he had to cut it back. So he was doing what he was doing without getting stats. Him and Frank Clark was doing what was needed. They just didn't get none on the stat sheet to where everybody else stepped in.
And I tell you what, Kareem Hunt was a non-factor.
And was it you? I think what you said was like whenever somebody be on that emotional shit, they never a factor. And
because everybody gears up for him. Because nobody on that defense wanted to be the one to give up a big play to him. So they made sure it didn't happen.
For that touchdown, when he don't realize he scored too soon, I was like, yeah, you fucking idiot. He didn't touch the field again after that for real. And they were just Dirty Dan hit him a couple good times. They call that weak ass pass interference on Dirty Dan. I was like, nah. He was about to intercept that bitch on him. But yeah, and Andy class that gave him a hug, talked to him, made sure he was good. Then went about his way. I was like, Andy, you buried me. I'd have been like, fuck you. Now they kept going. I'm like, that's why we didn't bring your ass back, bitch. We would have just kept going. But yeah, he got
Now,
hit.
I would say this: if Kansas City gets out to a double-digit lead, it's their game to lose. But because of the weather being a factor, it's going to be heavily dependent on the running games, and that plus goes to Buffalo right there.
Nah, Buffalo, our run games are the same. What's going to happen? We're going to run with, was it Thompson, I believe his name is, whoever who started for us.
Don't run with Bell, whatever you do.
No, Bell's going to fall to number 3. The little young nigga, Thompson, going to be 2. And old boy, was it Richardson or whatever, he's going to be 1.
Yeah,
And
that's not bad.
yeah, because you seen old boy in that, the last game of the season against the Chargers, he did everything in that fucking game against San Diego. San Diego barely won that damn game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a run game. And the thing is, with Buffalo, who's their number 2 running back?
Ooh, I can't remember.
I mean, really, who's their number 1 in all for realness? Did you hear more about Josh Allen running than you do anything?
I know the number 1. I just can't remember his name right now. But I guess that tells me all I need to know then.
Exactly. So
But Buffalo does not want to get in the shootout at all.
The way I see it, the NFC game is going to be a shootout. The AFC game is going to be a true AFC smash mouth football ass game, and may the best team win. Well, they wear
Buffalo.
red.
Did you say red and blue?
Red and gold.
Red and blue. Okay, got you.
Now Buffalo ain't trying to win. They ain't trying to have all them old motherfuckers come to Super Bowl looking half dead. Jim Kelly can't take that flight.
And you think Kansas City wants to prop up Lynn Dawson and wheel him in?
We didn't bring Lynn to the last one. We ain't bring him to this one. We like, man, we signed you as a free agent, bitch. You ain't riding with us.
Lynn wants to go. Lynn wants to be in the locker room smoking another cigarette at halftime.
His ass, we'll put him in the locker room. All right. He won't realize it ain't ours. He's like, I was sitting over here. Yeah, you was sitting over there. This motherfucker crazy.
Hey, all right. That's all the time we got for today, but we'll bring y'all another one. Good one there, sir. Good one. Next week, hard to believe, 41 shows. 41 shows. This is number 42.
So this, we gotta start breaking this shit down in season 1, season 2, so I can keep up with this shit,
Well, technically this would be season 2 that we're in, but yeah. I mean,
start
because
breaking that shit down season 1, season 2, make it look that much bigger. So season 1 was about what, 18 episodes?
About
so
that, yeah.
This season 2, except for so season 2, episode 14. Man, we killing it. Goddamn, we got a lot of shows in the tank. Killing it like a motherfucker. Hey,
I will be happy when we get to that triple-digit number.
Like, subscribe, vote. I don't know what you're voting for. It's always saying vote. Like, subscribe, tell your mama about it, tell your friends about us, and just holler at your boys, but don't yell. And remember, unless you're a Chiefs fan, we don't want you.
That's not entirely true, but thanks everybody. We love you. Appreciate you. Stay positive. Stay blessed.